Yo, welcome back to Brandon Smooth TV. I'm back at you with another review. Just watched Netflix, Army of the Dead, Zack Snyder's new movie. Now, I don't know if it's a sequel to The Dawn of the Dead. I don't really see too many tie-ins, but it was a good movie. And when I say good movie, it was a fun, popcorn eating, action packed movie. Nothing that's going to win any Oscars. But you can definitely tell that, Zack Snyder going through Netflix, he got to actually do the movie the way he wanted to. And, with Netflix, I don't think it's as much studio interference with these movies. Now, Dave Bautista is the main character. You may have seen him as Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy. And he did an excellent job. They had a couple of emotional tie-ins. I love that they had his wife in there and his daughter, and actually gave him a motive behind what he wanted to do. Because a quick synopsis of the movie, if you haven't seen it, basically it starts off with the army transporting what we find out to be a zombie, like an alpha king zombie. One of those zombies kind of similar to Dracula, that if he bites you, you turn into a zombie. Versus all the other minion zombies that if they bite you, you just die, bleed out. So this zombie is getting transported through the desert in Nevada, and boom, somebody was getting brains. This is funny too. Zack Snyder's stupid if he wrote this. Somebody was getting brains on the road, and then they ran into the military convoy and let out a zombie who went on to eat hundreds of people's brains. Now, when the zombie escaped, it took out the whole army platoon, and boom, they're right there in Las Vegas. So what we see in the opening of the movie, the intro, is people fighting in Las Vegas. The United States has basically quarantined all of Vegas and trapped all the zombies within the city. And then whoever got out, and they basically have camps, getting people to where they need to be for safety outside of the city. So Dave Bautista, he was one of the people that fought and really, kind of put everything in place as far as keeping the zombies in Las Vegas. Now, this takes place years after that, and the zombies have just been living there, and the United States government said, look, we're going to nuke Vegas. I mean, it just makes sense. All the zombies were here before it spread. Was going to nuke the whole city. So what happens is a former casino owner has, what was it, $200 million. He has hundreds of millions of dollars in a safe underneath the casino, and he wants to send a team in there right before they're about to nuke. So he called Dave Bautista. Of course, he gets his old crew back together, and you know how that goes. Hey, you want to work? You want to work? You want to work? Everybody's cool, and then they go into the city to do this. So the best part was actually when they got into the city, and it's a lot of symbolism in this movie that really is kind of eerie due to the time we're in now. We know what happened 2020 last year. I'm not gonna say it because I want this video to be monetized. But when the pandemic happened, um, the same thing with the zombies. In order to tell if they're a zombie or not, they're checking their temperatures, and it's crazy because I have to get my temperature checked when I go to work with these guns to your head every day. So I like how Zach put that in there, but hopefully he's not giving us a glimpse into the future and the way it's gonna really, really be, where they just throw you to the side if you haven't, did it or not. So that was crazy. The supporting cast is pretty good. They got my boy Amari Hardwick in it. He plays, forgot his name, but he ended up surviving. You know what I'm saying? Getting the money because everybody else kind of got distorted or killed. And he goes to Mexico City, and then on the private plane, he gets to go to Mexico City. At the end, he sees he has a bite mark, and he got bit by the alpha zombie because he was fighting him early in the movie. So that was kind of weird, and hopefully they do a sequel and it takes place in Mexico City. Overall, like I said, it's just a good little quick action movie, and the acting so a lot of funny moments. One girl gets her whole head twisted backwards. That was my favorite part of the movie. I was rolling like a bug when I seen that. Um, and other than that, what I like most about this is the zombies had the higher up zombies. They had like a society. Um, they could communicate with each other. They were very smart, and they knew how to basically keep all the other zombies in line. So I like that the top level zombies actually had a level of intelligence. That was cool. Also, the king zombie or the alpha dude had a queen, and she was having a baby. And you'll watch the movie; she ended up getting killed, and the baby ended up dying. But you can tell it was like a real tight knit quote unquote family that the zombies had. So typically we see the dummy brain dead zombies walking super slow moaning, I want brains, but like I like that they had a little bit of intelligence and they were actually able to hold together a society. Also, I want to know who that original zombie was, and I'm going to do some research too because I think the alpha zombie could have been ex-military or maybe somebody that they were doing experiments on. Now, the third thing in the intro of the movie, if you notice, you'll see two white lights in the way, way background. Like when the movie starts, almost like they dropped something off on Earth and took off. So this whole zombie outbreak could be manipulated by aliens, which is kind of cool. So if you haven't watched it, check out Army of the Dead, Netflix. Good movie. Kick back and watch. Just watch the action. Don't attach your brain to it too much. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, we're continuing to grow. And I'll be back with you with the next review. Peace.